Let's go. Hi, everybody. Welcome to a special edition of Mondays with Moshe. It's actually Tuesday, so it's Tuesdays with Maury. For those of you, you know, right? Which is actually where the name came from. Mondays with Moshe was based on Tuesdays with Maury, a book that spoke to my heart. Um, it's noontime during the day because Izzy is in Israel, and we're hoping to get some of our international constituents on the call today. So today's topic is what Izzy is famous for, and that's the topic of bullying. It's really the solution to bullying, which, I personally believe is really the real solution to the bullying epidemic. And I also recognize and appreciate some of the limitations that others may have brought up. And today's going to be an opportunity for Izzy to sort of outline the approach over the course of the next hour and to take some of our questions, concerns, and maybe pushback on some of what we may believe are the limitations. But I really believe, this is kind of a mission today that if you understand the concept of from bullies to buddies and how this actually works and the psychology behind it, and we can sort of tease out the working mechanism for you guys, all of us have some level of responsibility, to advocate to our schools and other places of influence to really begin to familiarize themselves with this approach because it can save lives without a question. It can save emotional lives without a question, and school shootings and things like that. So I really subscribe to this approach. Um, and I would like to ask Izzy, first of all, I want to thank you for joining us and doing this for us. Just a reminder that a couple of years ago we did have Izzy on, and he did present this approach. So if you go into the Mondays with Maishi archives, you will find it there, I'm assuming, and you can watch it. But Izzy, thanks for doing this, and just give us a brief 2-minute history of like how this all happened. How did you get into this bullying world, and how did you design this approach? What do you know that we don't?
Okay, I'll try to get the gist in 2 minutes. Uh, I began college as an electrical engineering major, but after a couple of years, I felt it's not for me. And because of some things that happened at the same time, I decided to go into psychology because I wanted to learn how to help people solve their problems. And, so I got a bachelor's degree in psychology, then a master's degree in clinical psychology in 1978. I immediately moved to Israel because I wanted to make Aliyah and I needed a job. So a friend of mine, a psychologist, suggested that I look into working in schools. And I looked into it and it seemed interesting. So I took a job in schools and it really was great. I loved working in schools. I had so much freedom to do whatever I wanted. But very quickly became obvious to me that the most common complaint of kids is that other kids are picking on them. They're calling them names, they're pushing them around. Now, it was obvious to me why kids become victims of bullying. It was, I think people have always known why it happens. Uh, if you get upset, then kids love picking on you. If you don't get upset, they leave you alone. So I used role playing to show kids why they're being picked on and how they can make it stop by themselves very quickly. And I taught this to many, many children. I also noticed that the way teachers were intervening in complaints of what today is called bullying tended to make things worse. And the same thing at home. When parents would get in the middle of their children's fights, they would intervene, they would make it worse, and it would never end. So I would use role playing to teach teachers and parents how they're unwittingly making the fighting between kids get worse and how they can easily make it better with very little effort. In 1988, after 10 years in Israel, I moved to the United States. My wife and I decided to move for 5 years, but it turned into 27. But anyway, I got a job as a school psychologist. I continued doing what I was doing before. I developed my approach, in more and more detail. Then in 1999, there was an event that occurred that changed the face of education throughout the United States and the world. Does anybody know what that event was that made a dramatic change in the world of education?
Kalman.
Columbine,
Very
was that?
good.
Hmm.
Very good. The Columbine High School massacre of April 20th, 1999. It was committed by two students who decided they're going to destroy the school. Uh, they planted bombs, which fortunately didn't go off, but they brought guns and they killed 12 students, a teacher, they injured 24, they were dead at the end. And they had made videos in advance explaining why they're going to do this. And they presented themselves as victims of bullying. Now, kids are treating us like garbage. That's why we're going to do this. Now, there had been a series of school shootings before Columbine, and researchers found that just about all of these school shooters are victims of bullying. And it's not hard to understand that if you're being picked on for years, you want revenge. It was known even longer that many kids who take their own lives do it because they can't stand being bullied anymore. But anyway, the Columbine massacre was so horrific that the educational and psychological worlds decided we've had enough with bullying. Victims of bullying are committing suicide and shooting up their schools. We have to put a stop to bullying. Now, when Columbine happened, I realized I have something to offer here. I know how to help kids like this. But a previously obscure to me field of psychology, the bullying psychology, stepped up to the plate, claiming they had the solution to bullying. When I saw what they're proposing to do, I knew this can't possibly work. They are taking everything that makes things worse and they're proposing it as the right thing to do. So I knew, boy, I have a real mission here. I have to straighten out the world. So I started lecturing and writing about why this isn't going to work. A couple of years after Columbine, I hooked up with a continuing education company, cross country education, and I proposed giving my seminar. I made a proposal, and they liked it, and they tried me out, and participants loved it. So I shortly left my job with the Department of Education in New York, and I started traveling around the United States teaching my approach to bullying. Now it's 26 years later, more than a quarter of a century, every state in the United States has a school anti-bullying law. Thousands of research studies have been done on bullying and on bullying prevention programs. And if anything, the problem is getting worse. It's being called an epidemic. Why is it getting worse? Shouldn't it be getting better? The percentage of kids, victims of bullying that are committing suicide is going up. School shootings are going up. States are continually trying to intensify their school anti-bullying laws as though that's going to make the problem better. But anyway, here I am a quarter of a century later. I'm still warning about what we're doing, that it's not working, and because what they're promoting, the bullying psychology, even though it's a field of psychology, they take a law enforcement approach to the problem. They treat it like a crime.
And how
Bullying.
is that? T Tell us a little bit about how that, why is that backfiring? What's happening? I mean, logically, fight the bully, overpower him, and then things will get better. Why is that not the case?
Okay. You know, a kid will come to a school and complain that they're being bullied, and they'll complain about another kid or other kids. Now, the school has to do an investigation. They can't just decide that the complainer is automatically right. They have to try to be fair. So they have to listen to every side involved. And they discovered that the alleged bullies don't say, you know what, I'm guilty. I'm just a bad kid and I like to hurt people. And almost in all of the time, the accused bully insists that they didn't bully their victim and the victim started with them, was making it up. So now the school administration has to play judge and they have to figure out who's right and who's wrong. Playing judge is not an easy job. It's a very difficult job.
Okay, but let's say we have a clear bully.
Okay.
Everyone's complaining about him, that the school faculty sees it. So, why is overpowering the bully not a solution to this?
Well, sometimes it works. I'm not saying that it never works. Sometimes the school will punish the alleged bully and he doesn't want to be punished anymore, so he'll start behaving. And very often it's not serious. The alleged bully doesn't have any terrible hatred towards the kid or any good reason to pick on the kid, so he'll stop doing it. But if it doesn't make things better, the school will make it worse because even though the school might be convinced that the alleged bully really is a bully, the bully never says they're a bully. The normal thing for any human being, including us adults, when we're accused of wrongdoing, is to defend ourselves and to blame the accuser. So now the alleged bully insists that the victim is the guilty one. Plus,
He's being bullied by the school.
no, he's saying that the victim is bullying him. The victim started with me. You don't see what he does to me. He talks to me about me behind my back. He gives me dirty looks. He says things to me. You don't see what he does.
Mhm.
So the alleged bully is going to defend himself. But the school by law is required to get the parents involved and very quickly. Now, if I'm the alleged bully, my parents want the school on my side. The parents of the alleged of the victim wants the school on their side. So now what began as a problem between me and my accuser now turns into a feud between our families. Our families are fighting. I've seen so many incidents where adults who used to be good friends of each other became enemies because their children accused each other of bullying. And then they'll get other parents in the community involved, and even a whole feud starts in the community. Anyway, let's say I am the alleged bully, and the school decides that I'm wrong, and they punish me. I'm going to be angry. I'm going to be angry at my alleged victim for getting me in trouble. If I'm angry at the alleged victim, am I going to be nice to him? I'm going to want to get back to him, so I'm going to look to do something worse to him. Or maybe I'll try to get him in trouble by accusing him of bullying me. I'm going to tell my friends that so and so is a snitch and you shouldn't talk to him. And if I
So
respect,
you're asserting that aggression towards bullies will just perpetuate more anger, more rage, more fighting, maybe done in a more implicit, less explicit or overt way.
yeah,
But it's not really solving anything. At
yeah,
best, it might be temporarily or superficially band-aiding and protecting the victim or victims.
yeah, but
Okay.
ultimately it tends to make things worse. But also, if you read the news stories about bullying that led to serious violence, either to violence between kids or violence against the self, it's almost always after the school got involved. In almost every case, it's after the school got involved. It makes it worse. But then the parents have been led to believe that the school has the power to make the bullying stop. Well, the bullying isn't stopping, so the parents say the school is doing nothing to make my child to stop my child from being bullied.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, the school says, "What are you talking about? We're trying very hard to make the bullying stop." The school might sue I'm sorry, the parents might even sue the school for failing to stop the bullying. And you will see in every article about a school bullying lawsuit the parents are saying the school did nothing or not enough to stop the bullying, and the school always insists that we're following mandates and we're doing what we're supposed to. But nobody believes the school. I haven't seen one reporter ever believe the school when they say we're following the mandates and we're doing the right thing.
Okay.
The thing is, the assumption is that if the school treats the bullying like a crime, it's going to go away. But
Okay.
it's a wrong assumption. It doesn't make it go away. It
Good.
tends
So
to make it
Izzy,
worse.
I want to be mindful of the time, and I really want
Yes.
people to be able to hear what it is that you're proposing and how it works from an interpersonal perspective, and then obviously from on a practical level, what it is that we teach.
I am a mental health professional. My job is to help my clients understand and solve their problems. My job is not to be security guard to protect my client from problems. It's not to be a policeman arresting people who bother my client. My job is to make my client psychologically smarter and healthier. So my job is to lead them to understand why they're being picked on and how to stop being picked on by themselves. If I'm a victim of bullying and I need everybody to protect me, who's going to respect me? I have no, I can't do anything by myself. Everybody will like and respect me more if I can solve my problems by myself. And the truth is, for almost all kids, it's very easy to stop being bullied. You just have to teach them how to do it.
Well, let's
Now,
learn.
mostly, do you want me to demonstrate my basic technique?
Yes. Yeah, sure. And then
Okay.
we could play the video, some of those videos that you sent me. What do you prefer? Or should we start with the video and then you explain what's behind it?
Well, if we start with the video, then if I role play, it's going to have less of an impact.
Good.
So
Who's
maybe I
who's
can I
choosing
can
to
role
role play
play
with
with
Izzy? Because
one.
I was aggressive last time and I was mean to him and I don't like doing that. Who's gonna role play? Give me a
Yeah,
hands up, thumbs up,
but,
volunteer.
but let me say what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a volunteer with two characteristics. One is I want a volunteer who can do a good job of insulting me because the game involves insults and I need to be insulted well. And the second qualification is I want a volunteer who's a good human being. I don't want a sadist who enjoys hurting people for the fun of it. I want a volunteer who's a good human being because I'm going to be demonstrating basic human nature, even of good people. Okay, did I see somebody's raising their hand? iPhone is raising her hand. Do you want to choose iPhone?
I didn't
I'd
see.
I'd like to, if I can.
Go for it. Who is this? Can I ask who this is?
Sure, Bruchi Weasel. I'm a parent. I was given this by a social worker yesterday to come on. She said it's for parents as well. I don't know if that's okay.
It's okay. Only if you can be mean and you're a good person.
I try.
Okay. Uh, are you able to make us both bigger so we can see each other better and everybody can see each other better? Moshe?
Me,
No, no, I'm talking to
oh,
Moshe. I
What was the
want it to,
question?
I want the screen to be taken up by me and Bruchi.
Yeah, let me see if I can.
Your name is Bruchi, right?
yes.
Okay.
Here's Brookie,
Okay. Hi,
and
Bruchi.
I don't
And
know if I can get both of you. Add spotlight. Can you both see?
yes, that's good.
Yes? All
Yes.
right,
Okay.
go for
Uh,
it.
Bruchi, I'm going to play a game with you that I play with everybody I work with, not only children, but even adults, because adults also have difficulty getting along with people. They'll have their basherts fighting with them all the time, putting them down. So I play this with everybody to teach them why so and so is continuously being mean to them and how to make them stop. Now, the most common form of bullying is insults, and even most physical fights begin with insults. So, if the kid knows how to deal with insults, most physical aggression is also averted. So, Bruchi, uh, assuming you're a kid who's being picked on, I'll spend a few minutes talking about the problem with you, about who's picking on you, how often, how many times a day, how long has it been going on. Then
Is it okay if I act like my 16-year-old son right now?
You can do that, but treat me like me.
Okay.
You can act the way you believe he would act, but I really want you to use your own emotions.
Okay.
Don't try to think about how he would respond. I want you
Okay,
to
fine.
respond from your own instincts.
Okay.
Okay? Uh, you can say to me the kinds of things that are said to him if you want, but I want you to use your own emotions. Not,
Okay.
have your mind. I'm him. He acts like this. It'll make it more complicated. So your job in this game, Bruchi, is to insult me. My
Okay.
job is to stop you. But don't let me stop you because if I stop you, I win and you lose. Do not worry about hurting my feelings. It's a game. I want you to do a good job. If you don't insult me, well, I'm going to be disappointed. Also, you don't have to work hard. Don't talk nonstop. You'll get tired. Make it like a conversation. Give me a chance to answer you. Go ahead, Bruchi.
You think you're so great at basketball, right? You think you're the best guy in the thing in the
I
team.
never said that.
Well, you're acting like it. You're certainly acting like
How
it.
am I acting like that? I don't act like that. You're freezing up.
I think she froze. Let's see if she comes back. We'll give her another few seconds. Otherwise, we take another volunteer.
Yeah, she's working from her car. It probably doesn't have the
Hmm.
best
Okay.
reception in the world.
Oh, she's back.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Do you hear me? Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, you
Okay.
froze.
Okay. Do you hear me now?
Yeah. Um,
Okay.
so, let's continue from there. Uh, I don't act like that. Why are you accusing me of acting like I'm the best player?
No, no, you think I'll call you Ari. Ari, you think you're the best guy on the court. You want everyone to listen to you, and
Wait
it's
a
really
second.
not right.
I'm not sure what you're mixing people, and I don't know. I want you to play the game with me. I am
Okay.
the counselor, the therapist. You're playing the game with me.
With a
You're
therapist?
Yes, I am the therapist, and you're the client.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So I'm playing a game with you that's going to show you why other kids are picking on you and how to make them stop. So your job is to insult me. Uh, you can call me stupid, ugly, fat, so you don't know
Okay.
what you're talking about. Your job is
You're
to
all,
insult.
okay. So you're always tripping the game and you're really not doing a good job and you're making our
What are you
team lose.
talking? I don't do that. I don't know why you're accusing me of doing that.
You do. You don't realize it. You're going from side to side. You're telling this guy, you're whispering, you're doing it.
I know what I'm doing. I play well.
The
I'm one of
bottom
the
line
best
is
play.
our team lost the game. Our
Well,
team lost.
it wasn't my fault.
Well, apparently it is your fault because now we lost the game.
It was not my fault. This is a team sport, and I'm not the only one on the team.
Well, guess what? Whatever the passing was, you didn't get it and you made us lose the game.
I didn't make us lose. A lot of people missed passes during the game. It was just the last play that I didn't succeed, but it was the team that lost. Don't blame me.
Guess what? I'm gonna. Well, you guys doesn't agree with me, and we can't put you on our team anymore.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Listen, all the other guys over here, part of the team, are gonna agree with me.
They're going to agree. No, they won't.
Agreed.
No, they
Yeah,
won't.
they
You're
are. Look,
maybe
they are. They're looking.
stop
Look,
trying to turn everybody.
you.
Stop trying to
That's
turn everybody against me. Why are you turning everybody against me?
a good question. Now I'm stumped.
You stop it right now. I didn't make us lose the game.
Well, you did obviously, and
No,
look,
I
everybody.
no, I
Well,
stop.
it's obvious
Stop
that
saying that. It
everybody.
wasn't me. It wasn't me. It was the whole team.
Well, it wasn't the whole team because you didn't let us win that last pass. It didn't
It
win,
wasn't me.
and
It
you.
wasn't my fault. Stop blaming me. Okay,
Guess
I
what?
give up.
You're
I
not in
give
our
up.
team
Okay,
anymore.
okay.
Out.
I give up. Brookie, I give up. You did a very nice job. Did I make you want to stop, you know, blaming me for losing the game? I'm asking you, did I make you want to stop blaming me and putting me down?
No.
No, it escalated. Now you're getting everybody else against me too.
Right, and he
So it's
exactly. This is
escalated. Yeah.
exact the situation that I am having exactly right now.
Yeah.
So
Oh, okay. Okay. So if you want to put me down, by the way, was it hard to put me down in this game?
not really, no.
Yeah, it looked like it was pretty easy,
Yeah,
right? So
and
if
it
you
comes
want to,
very easily to him,
that's right.
to
So
me.
if you want to put me down, can I force you to stop?
No, it's not. It's not. You are not going to stop me.
Yes, because if you
I
want
am
to,
a bully. I am a
yeah,
bully, and I'm going to make your life miserable.
yeah, and if you want to put me down, you're going to put me down. It's easy.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
We're gonna play the game again, the same game. You have to put me down and don't let me stop you. And you can do the same thing as before. You can blame me for making the team lose the game. Go ahead, Brookie.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Ari,
No,
you
I'm
can't.
Izzy. I'm Izzy. Don't change my name. I'm Izzy.
Izzy, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Izzy, you can't
Right.
be on our team anymore. You made us lose the game again this week. You cannot be on our team anymore.
Yeah, you're really upset with me, right?
Yeah, sort of. And
I know.
everybody here agrees with me.
I know. I messed up at the end.
Messed up. That's right.
Yeah, I was really hoping to get the ball in, and I missed, and it would have been the winning point. And I'm really sorry that because I messed
So
up at the end,
sorry.
we
You're
lost.
so sorry, Izzy, right? You're really sorry.
Of course, you think I'm
Yeah.
happy about it?
happy about it or not, Izzy, but the bottom line is we lost the game. And
I
everybody
know it's
here on our team is really mad at you. Oh, well, goodbye.
no. If you want to be mad at me, I can't stop you.
Over.
Okay, you're supposed to insult me.
Please keep going.
Izzy, you're a loser, Izzy. Bottom line is you are a loser. That's it.
It's exactly the way I feel now. I messed up at the end and we lost the game. I feel terrible.
Well, that's the idea. I really want to make you feel terrible.
Yeah,
And I'll
I
use
do.
some really not nice. I'd use some really not nice language on you right now. I really would if I could.
Go ahead.
I don't even know the language that the boys use, but you can imagine.
Make it up. Make something up.
You're an idiot. You're really an idiot. You're an idiot. You made us lose the game. Do me a favor. Don't ask us tomorrow if we're playing football. Don't ask us.
Uh, so you really don't want to play with me again?
Right? We really don't want to play with you again.
I mean, nobody has to play with me if they don't want to. You're so upset about.
We are furious. We are furious.
Yeah.
We don't want you on our team. You're a blank.
I don't blame you for being upset with me.
Okay. You don't have to blame me, and I don't really care what you think about me. You do not belong on our team. Period. End of discussion. You don't belong on our team, so and so, Izzy.
So you really think that I'm a handicap to the team?
Yeah, you are a handicap to our team. Don't ask us again, Izzy.
Um,
Guys here are all agreeing. Everybody who's behind me is agreeing with me.
Oh, I messed up, and
Yeah, you messed
if I
up. Don't
didn't
ask
mess
us
up
to
at
be in
the
it
end,
again. You're a lousy player. And these are nice words.
You're a really good player. I think if everybody on the team were as good as you, we would win every game. It's the shame that we're not all as good as you are.
I know. I am great.
Yeah,
You know I'm great. I got the entire sheer to learn and steig, and I'm great. You know that about me. You know that. That's why you want to be on my team. That's why you want to be my chavrusa. That I know that about me. Thank you very much.
Yeah. You're smart. You're talented. I love being on your chavrusa.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody likes
it's
you
over.
because
You cannot be on our team. You can't be on our team. Don't ask us again, Izzy. You're a blank, 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 and everyone's agreeing with me here.
no. Listen,
Everyone feels the same way.
Nobody has to play with me if they don't want to. I'm not going to force myself on the team.
That's being bullied is not able to say that.
Okay. Do you notice how much harder it is to put me down this time?
Yes.
Okay, it's a lot harder this time. Now, we played the game 2 times. Which time was more fun for you?
Maybe the first time.
Yeah,
this one was harder.
Yeah. Was the second time fun or frustrating?
Frustrated.
Kind of frustrating. Who won the game the first time?
Who won the game the first time? Nobody.
Okay, the first time did I make you stop insulting me?
No.
No, you kept on going and it escalated. The second time, did you stop insulting me? A few times, you stopped a few times. We had to encourage you to continue.
Right.
It was a lot harder. You say, well, you have to, and then you're kind of stuck. You'll try again, but you end up stuck again.
Yeah.
And let's say other people let's say this is real life and other people are watching what's going on. If I do it the second way, will people think there's something wrong with me or with you?
Well, people, if they have, when you're dealing with a bunch of 16-year-old boys and they're all ganging up against you, they don't even have that cognizant, they're not in the reality, really.
Okay.
This guy is a real bully.
Okay. Who's a real bully? Okay, you. But
I'm a real bully.
Okay. The first, the way I was acting okay, let me ask it a different way. The first way, which one of us looked like the bigger fool?
Me, you,
Did I look like a little fool or a big fool?
a big fool.
A supersized fool. I'm a good player. Stop blaming me. It's not my fault. I look like a gigantic fool. Which one of us looked like the bigger fool the second time?
Me,
Yeah. Didn't you feel kind of foolish the second time?
sort of, because it was like the guy's apologizing here, and
Yeah.
I'm making him really feel bad.
Yeah, and people watching will wonder what's wrong with Brooklyn. Why is she so mean to this guy? He's calm, he's taking responsibility. Why are you so mean? So I don't have to defend myself and say you're wrong. I let you go on and you dig your own grave. And people will think there's something wrong with you. And they might even start telling you, okay, leave him alone already, leave him alone. So
But Izzy, you need a lot of courage to act
no,
that way.
it's not courage. I need understanding. I need to know what I'm doing. It's not courage, it's understanding. Norma, did you want to say something?
Yes, I want to jump in and raise, a couple of things. The first thing is I would love for you to characterize this. If you could sort of encapsulate and characterize what it is that the concept is here, so that when we teach this to children, we can teach it to them in a way that's easy and conceptual rather than role playing, which for some may be confusing because it's like, yeah, that's how you did it when they said this, but what do I do if someone says that? Could you,
Yeah,
number one,
yeah,
encapsulate
yeah,
that and put it
yeah,
into a concept?
yeah.
And then number two, we're going to have to take some of the common questions that come up, which are people are already shooting in the chat, which is,
Uh,
do you have to put yourself down, so to say, to do it? I've seen you
uh,
do this in other
yeah,
ways. We've
uh,
taught this in other ways that the victim doesn't actually have to put themselves down.
yeah, yeah,
There's really something about getting into the head of the bully that we're
yeah.
looking to induce. Thank you, Bruchy.
Okay. I just want to ask I want to make another few quick points and then I'll explain the theory behind this. Uh, which way, the first time, was I treating you like a friend or an enemy? Stop blaming. It's not my fault. You're
An enemy,
an enemy. I'm against you. I'm angry at you. The second time, did I treat you like a friend or an enemy?
a friend,
Yeah, completely. That is the real difference. Which way are you more likely to end up being my friend?
the second way.
Yeah, because I'm nice to you. I'm accepting responsibility. I'm not angry at you. And you'll calm down. And you're more likely to be my friend and even to invite me to play again if I'm not an incredibly terrible player. If I'm decent, you'll play with me again. Now, when you were insulting me the first time and I was getting angry, who was making me angry?
I was making you angry.
Yeah, but that was an illusion. You know who was really making me angry?
You.
Yeah, I made myself angry. The first time I got angry, the second time I didn't. You don't have a remote control to my brain and you're pressing the anger button. But it always feels to us like the other person makes us angry. Whether we're getting angry at our boss, our spouse, the reckless driver on the road, it always feels like the other person makes us angry, but we do it to ourselves. Now, the first time, did you see me trying to stop you from putting me down?
You tried.
I tried. It didn't work, but I was trying to stop
It
you.
didn't
Stop it
work.
already. Shut it. Leave me alone. Stop it already. But that was an illusion. It looked like I was trying to stop you. You know what I was really doing to you the first time?
Bringing it on more.
Yeah, I was making you continue and escalate, and it was so much fun. Why should you stop? The second time, it looked like I was letting you insult me. Did I even once tell you to stop? I
No,
even said you said you have some uh, juicy insults. I said, okay, tell them to me. The second time it looked like I was letting you insult me, but that was an illusion. You know what I was really doing the second time?
you were calming me down. You
Yeah,
were.
Tommy, you were stopping you was a lot harder. Okay, now I'm going to explain the theory. Now, I usually explain the theory to kids before I do the role play. I didn't always do it, but in recent years I explain the theory first. I tell the kid there's a rule that if you understand it properly, it'll help you get along better with everybody in your life. And this rule is the golden rule. And in the Torah, it's v'yahavta l'reacha kamocha, love thy fellow as thyself. Now, everybody is familiar with the Golden Rule. It's been in our Torah for thousands of years. The entire world recognizes the Golden Rule, and that if everybody lived by it, there would be harmony. So why isn't everybody getting along? Why does bullying happen? It's because most people don't understand why we need the Golden Rule. We think it comes to teach us that it's important to be nice to people and we shouldn't be mean to people. But we don't need the Golden Rule for such an obvious lesson that it's good to be nice to people and it's bad to be mean to people. The problem is, what do you do when people are mean to you? Does anybody here have a hard time knowing what to do when people are nice to you?
Oh.
It's easy. The hard part is knowing what to do when people are mean. And the answer of the Golden Rule is to be nice back because we're supposed to love them. We're not allowed to do to them what we hate them doing to us. But this is very hard. It's contrary to our nature to be nice to people when they're mean to us. A lot of people think that it's crazy to be nice to people when they're mean to us. What do you mean? I'm a loser, I'm a sucker, I'm going to let them get away with it. The Golden Rule does not come to turn us into suckers and losers. It's a recipe for winning, but it creates a win-win situation. And this is how it works. Human beings are social creatures. Social creatures are biologically programmed for reciprocity, meaning that I'm going to treat you the way you treat me. If you think about it, you'll realize everybody is like that. When somebody is nice to you, do you feel like being mean back or nice back? Anybody? I don't see
Yeah, I feel
anybody.
like being nice back.
Yeah. And if somebody is mean to you, do you feel like being mean back
Mean
or
back.
nice back? Everybody is like that. When somebody is nice to us, we feel like being nice back. When they're mean to us, we feel like being mean back. And the reason we're programmed for reciprocity is we have animal bodies. Our bodies aren't computers or robots. We're animals. We have blood and guts like all the other animals. Animals live in nature. They're biologically programmed for life in nature. In nature, life is very dangerous. Creatures eat each other for dinner. There are no laws against violence. They kill each other. Nobody arrests them. In nature, reciprocity is a good strategy. Because if you're nice to me in nature, it pays to be nice back. We'll be friends, we'll help each other, we'll cooperate. We will both survive better in nature if we're nice to each other. But if you're mean to me in nature, you're probably trying to kill me. You want to eat me for dinner. What is going to happen in nature if I'm nice to you and you're trying to kill me? You'll kill me like that, no resistance. So in nature, if you're mean to me, I have to be mean back to stop you from killing me. So that's our basic biological programming. Today, we live in civilization. We don't eat each other for dinner. Where there are laws against violence. We're not allowed to kill each other no matter how angry we are. But we're still biologically programmed for life in nature, for reciprocity. Today, if I live by reciprocity, I give up control over my relationships. I'm going to have a lot of problems. If you're nice to me, I'll be nice back. You'll be nice to me again. We'll get along and be friends. But if you're mean to me, I'll be mean back to you, and you'll be mean to me again, and we'll be fighting, and we'll become enemies. So I tell myself, I don't want enemies. I only want people being my friends. I know that just like me, you are biologically programmed for reciprocity. So even if you're mean to me, I am going to be nice back to you. And before long, you're going to start being nice to me because you're biologically programmed to treat me the way I treat you. So living by the golden rule puts me in charge. I determine the direction the relationship is going to go. And if I do it well, I won't have enemies. Everybody's going to like me. So that's what I was doing in the role play with Bruchi. The first time I treated her like an enemy. I was angry at her. She was angry at me. We're blaming each other. We can't stand each other. The second time I was nice to her. I accepted responsibility. Yeah, I messed up. We lost the game because I missed the last shot. And, you're such a good player. If we were all like you, we'd never lose a game. And now she feels good because I'm complimenting her. And then she'll let me play the next time, no matter, even though she acts angry now. The next time she'll still want to play with me because I'm a good sport and I'm nice to her.
So you're breaking this down into very easy child language for kids to understand. Somebody, one of the questions that comes up constantly is number one, is it necessary to self-deprecate?
Uh,
Especially kids are
yeah.
vulnerable and people are afraid, just like adults with validation. Like if I validate their feelings, then I'm giving them permission to do their behavior. If I self-deprecate, am I making myself too vulnerable that I'm going to get hit back?
Okay. Uh, that's the common thinking. If I don't stand up for myself, if I deprecate myself, I'll get hit back. But it's the other way around. It's when I stand up for myself and I say you're wrong and I'm not this, I'm not that, it escalates. And that's when you want to hit me. If I I don't have to self-deprecate, but I can
Exactly.
if I want to.
Exactly. I think that's,
Now,
that's an important piece. It's not necessary to self-deprecate. You can
yeah,
just really tell the other person that they have a point or give them the permission to say to you what they need to say to you, whether or not you self-deprecate. So
yeah,
if they say you're stupid, and then you say, listen, I know I've seen you do this before, Izzy, that's been said about me before. You're not the first person the only person who believes that.
yeah,
Am I self-deprecating? Am I agreeing with it? Am I putting myself into a very vulnerable position? Or am I saying, listen, if it's important for you to believe that and to say that, then I'm going to give you the permission to do that. And then
okay.
you're again
Yeah,
being nice to them, or you're actually disarming them would be the word that I would say in a more adult-like. I mean, you're used to teaching kids, but
right. Let me give a simple rule about when it's okay to self-deprecate and when you shouldn't do it. It's okay, it's fine to self-deprecate if the thing you're putting me down for is obvious. Let's say I have a really big nose. I have a huge nose. It's way, at the 99th percentile of big noses. So Moshe, tell me I have a big old ugly nose.
Izzy, I mean, that nose is like, everybody just looks at you and looks down. It's horrible.
It's not horrible. I have a Jewish nose. It's not horrible.
I mean, there's Jewish and there's Jewish. You know what I'm saying? Yours is
It's not that big. Leave me
noseworthy.
alone. Stop putting down my nose. You have no right to put down my nose.
No, I mean, if you look like a freak, then you deserve to get it.
I don't look like a freak. Okay, good job. Uh, is this making you want to stop insulting my nose?
No, no, you're
Yeah, it
just
goes
not
on and
getting
on.
it. You're not understanding me,
Yeah,
frankly.
but now we're going to do it again. It's obvious that my nose is big, so put my nose down again.
Izzy, I mean, you
Yeah,
got to do something about that nose. It's awful. You got to
I
do
know.
something about it.
Yeah, I have the biggest nose of any kid in the school.
Yeah, and I think it's time for you to really think about it because you're really, really socially off
Uh,
to walk around with that thing without doing something about it.
what do you think I should do about it?
Well, I mean, I think you should probably get it fixed or cover it up, but it's really, I
I
just,
don't.
my issue is that you're just SO. You're so SO.
I'm so. What does
Yeah,
that
it's
mean?
socially, you don't even know what that means, you see? You're so
No, I
socially
don't.
off that you're walking around like that, just like
Yeah,
confidently,
but
not
this is my
realizing that
nose.
everybody's
Yeah,
looking at you.
yeah. I know I have a big nose, but I'm really afraid of having an operation.
Well, I think you should just be ashamed of your own self and embarrassed to walk around like that.
I mean,
Because people are looking
this
at
is
you,
this is my
everybody's
nose.
looking at you, and you're the
Yeah, but
caricature.
everybody knows I have the biggest nose in school. Somehow people still like me.
Yeah, but I think that will change because it's really hard to like somebody who looks like that.
Really, it's hard for you to like me because of my
Yes.
nose. Really,
Yeah.
my nose bothers you that much?
Yes. You look like a
Wow.
freak.
It's I guess it borders on freakish. My nose is really big. You really care about my nose that much? You don't want to be my friend because of my nose? Okay, I'll show you how ridiculous it is. But what's the point of my denying that my nose is big if it's obvious? Now, when I don't recommend self-deprecation is when the insult is not something that's obvious. Let's say you call me an idiot. An idiot. I mean, it's not written on me, it's an opinion. So tell me that I'm an idiot.
You're an idiot.
Um,
Bona
i-
fide. Bona fide
uh,
idiot.
is that what you think?
Yes. It's
And
it's it's
if you
evident.
want, I mean, if you want to think I'm an idiot, I can't stop you.
Well, you wouldn't because you wouldn't be able to stop me because it's
No,
obvious that you're an idiot. Everything that you do is just stenches of idiocy, idiocy.
I mean, if you want to think I'm an idiot, I mean, it's your right.
Okay.
I happen to think you're smart.
Well, that might or might not be true, but you're an idiot.
I can't stop you from thinking that.
And you smell, by the way. Every time we like cross paths, it's like,
Uh, yeah.
oof.
Is it worse than my being an idiot or thinking that I'm an idiot?
I think the combination just makes it
Okay. But anyway, did you notice you stopped calling me an idiot? You went on to something else.
right.
And who came out the winner this time?
Right. Well, I think on a psychological level, you really, when I'm screaming that I want power over you, you're saying instead of fighting that, you're saying, "Oh, here's the power. Why don't you take it?"
Yeah. You know, but I'm not saying I am an idiot. I'm not denying that I'm an idiot. I'm just putting you on the defensive by asking you, is that what you think? Well, if
Yep.
you think it, I can't stop you,
Mhm.
but you have
But
no
you're really being
power.
you're okay rather than being moved by my aggression. You're really just being okay or even indifferent or even embracing of my aggression, and that makes it not aggressive.
Yeah, it's very hard to keep on being aggressive towards me if I'm
You're
not
inviting it and
aggressive
asking.
towards you. It's hard. Um, But also the trick that I was doing was I was putting you on the defensive. You want to see me defending myself. I'm not an idiot, it's not true. But if I defend myself, I look like a fool. I'm proving that I look like an idiot.
Mhm,
The second way, you want to believe I'm an idiot, I can't stop you, and you have no power over me, and you're less likely to think I'm an idiot because I'm not acting like an idiot.
mhm, mhm.
So for
Does anyone have
something,
that? Did you see, Izzy, did you see that this clip that was going around that's probably 100 years old of the woman in the hotel standing behind the hotel desk, like the clerk when you walk in, and then somebody comes in with a loaded gun to do a hold up, and he says, "Where's the safe?" And she says, "Oh, you probably want to put that gun in a safe. Let me find the safe for you." And this is if anybody has access to that clip and can DM me, I'd love to play it because it's very, very similar to what you're
uh,
doing here. It's a paradoxical effect on
yeah,
the aggressor.
yeah.
If anybody knows how to get access to that clip and can send me a link or put it in the chat box, I'd love to play it. But does anybody else have any questions? I mean, the question that comes up is, the last question that always comes up, and again, you guys can study this more. Izzy has a lot of videos online. I can share one or two. But the last question that comes up is, don't you have to have really good self-esteem to be able to be unfazed and not reactive and instead lean into the bullying? Because, if a child is hurting or has been bullied for long enough or has been hurt, how could they actually stay collected to do this?
Okay. First of all, it's always a benefit to have high self-esteem. It always helps. But if I had a really high self-esteem, I might not get bullied at all. But the truth is, you can have very high self-esteem and still end up being bullied because let's say I feel great about myself, but then you call me an idiot and I do the natural thing of getting angry at you. No, I'm not. And then you keep on. Then I become a victim of bullying. And now if everybody does it to me, it's going to destroy my self-esteem. On the other hand, I can have low self-esteem and people call me an idiot, but if I learn how to make the kids stop saying it, my self-esteem goes up. Now, the biggest destroyer of self-esteem is having your peers insulting you all the time, putting you down. It destroys the way you think about yourself.
But how
In
do we
fact,
get a child started if his self-esteem, is poor and and
good
and
question.
it's difficult for someone to not have their natural reaction.
That's why I have to role play with them and then I practice with them.
Mhm.
If I will do with you the game that I played with Bruchi. And it's longer than what I did with her. And then at the end, I practice with you. I tell you I'm going to help you practice not getting upset. I'm going to insult you terribly, and I want you not to get upset no matter what I say. So I practice with you, and you'll see, oh, it's not hard not to get upset. It's essentially effortless not to get upset, and you come out winning. So this ends up building the self-confidence because now you know what to do, and if the problem goes away, then you feel better about yourself. So yes, it does help to have high self-esteem, but even if you don't, you can still learn what to do if you're intelligent enough.
Okay. Somebody just sent that clip to me. Thank you. Here it is. Can I show it, Izzy?
That's fine with me. I'd love to see it.
Okay, let me get past. Hang on. Get past the YouTube advertisement, and then we'll share it.
Supplicate may help you move forward in your recovery.
Hang on 1 second. No, I'm going to do this on. Okay, does anyone have any questions while we got this together? Does anyone have any questions, comments, concerns? Do you believe or struggle with this at all?
It reminds me of a couple that I'm working with, where the wife is very critical and the man is always reacting. So I want to just ask about the implications for couples.
I do the very same thing with couples. In fact, I have a whole movie about an hour and a half long on solving marital problems using the golden rule. But I can act with somebody if you wish,
But
or with the
yeah, why would it
person
be
who's
different? I mean, any escalation, unnecessary escalation, like cutting someone off on the road and they're angry at you and rolling down your window and just apologizing or letting them have their way, giving them permission to be angry.
yeah, you don't get angry back. You be nice back, and then they
That's
calm
right.
down.
And then it just blows the whole thing over, as
Yeah,
opposed to what you see in road rage, which is always the opposite. One person
right.
jumps out and then the other one, you
Mhm.
know, nature kicks in.
Yeah.
Worth watching.
Where's the safe?
Oh my, aren't you warm in that? We wore those in Minnesota only on the coldest days.
Where's the safe?
Oh, you want to put your gun in the safe, of course. It would never fit in those small room safes we have.
The safe!
Well, I don't know where the safe is. I'll have to call our manager, Roland.
No!
Oh, that's okay. He won't mind. Roland, I'm sorry to wake you, but we have a guest here who wants to put something in the safe, and I don't know where the safe is, silly me. Oh, okay. Thanks so much. It'll just be a few minutes. Could I ask you a question? I mean, the mask is a tip-off, but are you a first-time visitor to Miami?
What about the safe?
Oh, Roland's on his way down. Where are you going?
The Carlton.
Hello? There's a male Caucasian, 6 feet tall, about 175 pounds, probably mid-30s. He's wearing a ski mask, brown eyes, prominent Adam's apple. He's carrying a .357 Magnum. And he's on his way to the Carlton Hotel. Who am I? Just a citizen who isn't quite as stupid as everybody thinks she is.
So it's a great clip, by the way. But
Yeah,
it's
that
just
was brilliant.
what's that?
That was brilliant.
Yeah. So there's something about disarming here in this case, almost literally, right? Disarming the other person by being oblivious to the insults that they're throwing at you. If you're okay with them throwing insults at you because you recognize that for whatever reason that's what they need to do, and you thus embrace them and embrace the insults that they're hurling at you, the effect is gone. The effect is gone, and then they can appreciate your invitation of them and become friends.
What you're really doing is giving them freedom of speech. They're allowed to say what they want. They're not allowed to shoot you, but they're allowed to insult you. It's in the First Amendment. And if you let them insult you, it's no fun to insult you. If you try to stop them from insulting you, they want to do it even more.
That's and it just really works.
Yeah.
You know, this video is a demonstration of how it just really works. He couldn't get the control.
By the way, would you want to show the medley that I sent you of a lot of people insulting me? Did you watch it? The one that I sent
Yes,
you?
I did, and I'll show it. Yeah, I prepared it to show, so it's here.
This is
Can I make one comment?
Go ahead, Elliot.
Yeah. So I can see this what you're doing works very well with individuals, but I think maybe I'd be interested in your comment with gangs and terrorist groups, because I think there's a certain amount of esteem that you get when you bully the person on that outside, and then you go back to your group and they rally you up. And that was really great. You got him and you punched him, and that was great. So
Okay.
I guess my point is that the
Collective bullying and bullying.
right, the difference between collective bullying as a group as compared to the one-on-one.
Okay, now you're also mixing in terrorism. Terrorism is a different ball game. A terrorist is looking to kill you. So, you have to try to save yourself, if they're looking to kill you. But if a bunch of your friends are putting you down, you do the same thing. And I demonstrate it whenever people ask me this, like in a group. I'll have the whole group insult me at the same time. And the first time I get angry and try to make them stop. And of course, it escalates and everybody wants to make fun of me. Then I do it again. And the second time I treat everybody like a friend. And then I defeat everybody. And before long, they can't insult me anymore. So you do the same thing with a group of people. Not with terrorists. You better try to save your skin with terrorists.
Okay, so I have a limited amount of time, like another 5 minutes that I could be here. So let's take a look and feel the effects.
Just for the fun of it.
Oh, we froze. Let's unfreeze.
By the way, this is close to 20 years old. So today my responses would be a little bit different than what I do in the role plays here, but you'll get the point.
No, my screen froze. I have too many things open. Let's give it a second.
I'm going to let you watch a bunch of different people calling me an idiot while I'm getting angry with them. Pay attention to how much fun they're having.
Izzy, you're an idiot.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I'm warning you. Shut your mouth right now.
No, you're an idiot.
You have no right to call me an idiot.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
I'm going to show you what happens if you do one more time.
You're an idiot.
I know karate. I'll break every bone in your body.
Don't talk to me like that, because I get my friends over here and we'll come over here and...
You're the one insulting me? Don't tell me not to talk like that. I'm not afraid of your friends. I'll smash all of your noses in.
You can't even hurt a fly.
I'm warning you. Better stop it right now. Or you really gonna stop. I know karate. I'll break every bone in your body.
Yeah, all right.
You will. I will.
You are an idiot.
I am not an idiot.
Yes, you are.
I'm not an idiot.
You're an idiot.
Don't laugh. You're not going to be laughing for long. Now shut your mouth. Nobody calls me an idiot, gets away with it.
Well, I guess I'm getting away with it because you're an idiot.
I am not an idiot.
Yeah, you're an idiot.
Stop it. Don't imitate me. You stop calling me. I'm not an idiot.
You're an idiot.
Shut up. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Okay, good job. Okay. Now watch the same people calling me an idiot while I stay calm.
Izzy, you're an idiot.
Oh, you think I'm an idiot?
No.
Okay, because you said that you think I am. Or that I am.
Can we start over, please?
Yeah, okay.
You are the biggest idiot I've ever seen.
That big?
Yes.
Actually, the biggest? Wow, I know I'm an idiot often, but I do know I'm the biggest idiot you ever saw.
Yes.
Wow. Have you seen a lot of idiots? It's hard for me sometimes. Don't tell me, but sometimes I cheat.
Yeah.
I wish I didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
You're so lucky. You're so smart.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So you talk like an idiot, you believe that you're an idiot. And your kids think you're an idiot.
And if you want to call me one, be my guest.
Okay. I don't get you.
So, you're an idiot?
Yes.
Okay.
You've probably been talking to my kids, right?
Yeah, you're an idiot.
Well, really, if it makes you feel good to call me an idiot, then it makes me feel good too. Almost everyone responds the same way. They have fun when I get upset, and they feel stupid when I'm calm.
Okay.
Somehow I was uh, absolved of the difficult questions. Nobody asked, am I blaming victims?
Yeah, victim blaming. Well, that was similar to what we said earlier about self-deprecation. But people put it out there, you're blaming victims, you're saying that the victim has to take responsibility and the bully doesn't have to take responsibility. How dare you?
Yeah, people, the most common criticism I get is that I'm blaming victims. But the reason is because they're indoctrinated with the bullying psychology that takes a legal approach to the problem. It's a crime. The victim is innocent. You can't blame the victim. But it's not a court of law. We're not, dealing with crime. We're dealing with people who are putting us down. So I have to learn to solve my problem by myself. Blaming the other person is not going to solve the problem. Blaming myself is not going to solve the problem. The question of blame is irrelevant. It's a fact of life. This is happening. How do I solve it? So my job is to help people solve their problems, not to blame the people who are upsetting them and make them change. I'm not a law enforcement officer. I'm a mental health professional.
And I also think you're providing people with a lifetime social skill, to be able to become tolerant and not so reactive and and attack people who are attacking them, and instead be able to, there's in kung fu and different kinds of martial arts, there's arts where when somebody throws a punch at you, rather than deflecting it or knocking it away, you actually bring it towards you and use the leverage towards your benefit.
Yeah.
So it's like this is real life skill, an interpersonal life skill that just makes people more liked and more beloved. So let's put aside, and again, like you say, bullies to buddies, you're actually calming the bully and settling the bully who may have their own set of issues and challenges, and inviting them into personal relationships and doing so. I just think it's a win-win.
Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Let me just say one thing.
10 seconds because I gotta go.
Yeah, okay. One thing every so-called bully wants is what everybody wants, respect. If you're in the role of bully, you might be threatening to beat me up, but what you really want is respect. If I show you respect, you don't have to beat me up.
That's right.
I
That's
make you
right.
feel better by respecting you. Plus, if I respect you, I'm teaching you to respect other people
That's right.
too. I'm demonstrating it.
Back to reciprocity. Mhm.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you very much, Izzy, for doing this again. Guys, reach
Thank
out
you.
to
This was
Izzy
amazing.
if you have any feedback.